twos popping out left and right because I got some choices to make. I do have some choices to make, and I haven't been making them. Lovers reversed. Okay, cards calling me out this morning. Thanks for that, guys. I am Tay of Taylor Marie Tarot, and today marks the first video of our 10 days of Halloween. I am so excited. I love spooky season. I love Halloween. I am a Scorpio rising. This is my jam. This is my jive. We're all about transforming, using that deep, dark inner child work to transform, heal, open new doors, manifest. Like, some people are scared of, you know, like the darkness and the other side, and I thrive in it. Like, I'm like, give me the chaos, please. Things are going too easy. How can I shake it up a little bit? So it's my season. Hopefully it's your season too. And if it's not, let's make it your season. How can I help you enjoy Scorpio season and enjoy all of this mystical energy, right? Because you're kind of interested if you're like on my channel. So, woo! So today's topic is going to be on tarot and colors and the symbolism of colors in the tarot. And we're going to start deep diving into the suits, the colors, and then in the next video we're going to do numerology. And then by that time, it's going to really help you, you know, intuitively click what the cards are trying to say to you, right? Because you just pick up a deck, you're like, oh, the Two of Pentacles. So much meaning in here. And then we're going to do a video on positioning as well, because the way his feet are means something, right? The color that he's wearing means something. This infinity sign, blue in the background, all means something. We're using the traditional Rider-Waite. Hello, choices. Still not making them. It's fine. It's a me problem, not a you problem. So we're using the traditional Rider-Waite for me to explain all of this to you. And yes, we're gonna start with colors, and I am just going to, we got, all of these are on top of the deck. Are you kidding me? Are you making the choices you need to make? I hope you are. I'm like, okay, well, let's do this again. And I've been looking at the viewfinder the whole time, and I am not re-recording the beginning. We don't have time for this. We need so much content for you. Let's go into this, right? We have 78 cards. There are 22 major arcana cards. Then 78 minus 22. I'm an engineer, I should know this. You know, I can do a derivative in my head, but I cannot do basic math in my head. So thank you, college. 56. All right, so we have the major arcana, which is 0 through 21. It starts with 0. The 0 is the Fool. And it ends with the World card. And that is just the big milestones in your life, bigger, grander things that are going on. And then for the remaining 56 cards, there are 4 suits. So our 4 suits that we have are Cups, Water, Emotions, Emotional Fulfillment, Emotional Disappointments, Pentacles, Money, things that we tangibly value, things that you can actually touch, the importance of groundwork, slow moving energy. Then we have Wands. We got that fire energy, but with fire energy also comes burnout. So, you know, balancing your passions with becoming so obsessed with something that you burn out from it. So there's a fine balance between that. And then Swords. That's intellect, air, thoughts, communication, faster moving energy, quick-wittedness, slashing, cold, unchecked from the emotion sometimes. Okay, so colors, color wheel. Color is very important. This is why I always recommend that you start with the Rider-Waite and then go off and get another deck. Soup. Colors, 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 colors. First color we're going to talk about, red. There's just so many good examples I could give you. I want to give them all to you. I want to give them all to ya. Red is the color of dominance, passion. It's bright, it's vibrant, It's seductive, it's lust, it pulls you in. You know, you think of red, like the red apple of Adam and Eve, right? Temptation. It's a bold color, boldness. So, like for the magician, he's covered in a red cloak, right? Because everything that he has in front of him, he's passionate about creating. So, the emperor, he's got a lot of red. Dominant, domineering. It can also be a color that he's so set in his ways, stubbornness. But it's that fire energy you see also with the ram here connected to Aries and Mars. So it's like going for what you want. You know, the emperor, he's very, not stuck in his ways, but set in his ways, respected. He's a leader. And also you can see that with his beard, you know, bringing age, how wise he is. With time, he's learned so many lessons. So yeah, so the red that he's wearing, you know, is really like, I am authoritative. Red also comes up in the Justice card, which, you know, you would think justice, what does that have anything to do with passions? But, you know, with his blade of truth and then balancing of the scales, he's doing this from a place of passion. He's covered in passion. He wants the truth out so he can protect others. And he's doing that through his dominance, through his passion. It's not somebody who's going to be vigilant about an issue or people being mistreated that he's not passionate about. So that's very important when you're working with justice, because not only is he using his logic, but he's using his heart. He's using his heart and his passions to create a greater good, a greater change. 8 of Cups. The cloak that he's wearing. 8 of Cups is about leaving all that you've had, going forth, creating a new venture. You have all these cups, but you're still so emotionally unfulfilled. It wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And he's walking away, and he is covered in red. He is covered, and his shoes are red as well. He is walking away for his passions, right? He's walking away for his purpose. He is going into the unknown, but he is doing so knowing that his passions are going to be, you know, divinely held. We have the 6 of Wands, which is, you know, the card of achievement and congratulations and sometimes the ego and all the awful things that you had to go through to get to this point. You know, it's kind of like getting to this achievement, kicking and screaming and pulling and clawing your way up to get there. It was very difficult. But then, you know, what had him to keep going? His passions. He's going forth with passion. The people following him, they have red. They are also passionate. His horse, red on the face. So, and then, you know, wands being fire energy, the wands are a mixture of red and yellow to create this orange. And when we get into yellow, yellow is all about intellect. So your dominance with your intellect to create this passionate, fiery energy. Okay, so we have yellow. Now, in the magician, the whole background is yellow, right? And yellow is connected to intellect, but also the subconscious mind. So, you know, if red is your conscious mind and what you physically know you want, yellow is the subconscious. And, you know, in a lot of these cards, yellow takes up much more of the area. And so all of the cups are yellow, you know, because it's your emotions. Your emotions is what connects you to the other side. Divinity, it's God, it's intellect, creativity, and it's sometimes optimism. So the magician, he's very optimistic. He's like, I've got everything I need and I'm going to begin this journey. You know, the fool, he's walking off of a cliff, and this yellow, it's like he's thought about it, but he's optimistic about the decision. And some people are like, oh, you're such a fool. You're going to, you know, jump off this cliff. But sometimes it's ignorance is bliss. It's not knowing all of the awful things that are going to happen, that's going to carry you to make a risk sometimes, and how he's using that for him. So then again, we have this in the Four of Wands, card of happiness. It's a honeymoon card. So, you know, the optimism, the thinking of the future, the stability that the number 4 brings. And that number 3, one card before that, you know, he's manifesting. 3 is a card of manifestation. He's manifesting, he's using his passion to get what he wants, right? Red. And then he's also, you know, using his subconscious and his passions with the wand to create something that he's passionate about. He's going forth into the world. 9 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. He is emotionally fulfilled. He is in tuned. That didn't sound good. It didn't sound bad, but it didn't sound good either. You know? Yeah, but optimistic. Raising his vibration. He also has a red hat on, you know. His mind is where his passions are, and that has brought in him emotional fulfillment to this place. Using his subconscious, his intuition, which is blue, and his red passion. And he's wearing white, which is pure. He's purity. His intentions are coming from a pure state. There's no malicious intent. There's no manipulating. It's just, here I am, and I feel great. He's sitting. He's taking a rest. He's staying here for a while. So everything in the cards, right, means something. And you can dive deep into all of them. So then we have orange, which is, you know, your subconscious and your conscious mind coming together. Orange is red and yellow. So when we create orange, mixture, really that shows up a lot in the wands. Like I was saying before. This guy, he's wearing an orange top. And the way he's carrying all the wands alone, he's exhausted. His passions and his ideas and his creativity, it's been a journey that he's been on by himself. And sometimes doing things all by yourself just creates burnout. And this man is burnt out. Next color we're going to do is green. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Got 2 pentacles here, his coins. And then, you know, yellow being coins bring optimism, a better time, a happier state. In an infinity sign that is green. And it is green because it is grounded. This is grounded energy. This is abundance. Making this decision, you want the outcome to bring you abundance, growth. And green is all the connection to nature. And Pentacles energy is the connection to nature. And you can see he has 1 foot up and 1 foot down, but they're green. They're green, his green little shoes. He is grounded in some sense, but he also wants to take the jump, like it's time. You know, he's been juggling these for so long, he's exhausted. If you stay in 2 of Pentacles for too long, it's exhausting. So you need to make that choice and move forward. 6 of Wands, you see we've already gone over the red. Now he has some yellow and orange, and he has green. Because with this success is bringing so much abundance. You know, the abundance of others notarizing him. And the wreath. And the wreath is around his head, and actually here as a celebration, a connection to the divine. Whenever someone has something on their head, it's normally a connection to the other realm. And so he's celebrating. It's a celebration of abundance and all the things that he's worked so hard for. Back to our trusty magician. Right? The card is, it's bordered in greenery, with roses. Why? Because that is abundance outlining his life. The Empress, right? She has a lot of green. This is Mother Nature. She's connected. She brings life into this world. She is abundant. She has everything she needs. So she is surrounded by nature. She is surrounded by grounded energy, but she is also connected to the other side with her scepter and her crown. Okay. Blue. Blue. Water. Emotions. Shows up in the cups so much. It's all over in the cups, right? So, 3 of Cups. We've got 3 friends. They're dancing, playing, having their best time, and it's an emotionally fulfilling time. They're happy. It could also be slanderous or gossip, but that's where you need, you know, surrounding cards with you when the 3 of Cups shows up. 4 of Cups. You know, it's connected to his emotions as well. He's so stagnant. 4 is stagnation sometimes, and he is stuck in this place that he might feel fulfilled, but he doesn't want to be here anymore. Emotionally, where can he go next? And Swords, which is connected to air energy, the swords are blue. And the swords are blue because think about when your emotions control you and you don't control your emotions, you lash out. Swords, the Suit of Swords is quick-tempered. If you don't know how to communicate properly, it's heartbreak. It's all the things that don't have to do with emotions because you're emotionally cut off and cold, but because of that, it makes things more emotional, right? When you're mean to somebody and you aren't communicating how you feel effectively enough, and how you can just lash out on someone and hurt their feelings, and the emotional turmoil that comes from that, and the emotional turmoil that comes from not communicating properly. The 3 of Swords, that is, it's a dagger to your heart. And it's ironic to me how Swords energy is supposed to be about intellect and not your feelings, but how your intellect, when you're so disconnected, affects your feelings the most. Right? So we have that red heart, which is your passion, your love, everything you have to give, and just a betrayal, a total betrayal. And how sometimes that betrayal and that emotional turmoil will make you turn your emotions off. And all of a sudden you're walking through, you know, life emotionless. We see gray a lot in the Suit of Swords. And gray is like, some people say unhappiness. I think it's a more neutral color than unhappiness, but it is kind of gloomy and eerie. The Ace of Swords, sometimes when you have a new idea, it's because you're unhappy with the position you're in now, right? 3 of Swords, the gray, doom and gloom for sure here. And the consequences that come from either you doing this to someone else or them doing it to you, whether, you know, you feel intense guilt or you feel nothing or you've just turned it off. Gray also shows up in Pentacles a lot. It's less gloomy in Pentacles, more neutral, just because Pentacles energy is really just focusing on your work. Like it rarely has much to do with your emotions, but you see he's wearing blue. His work, his passions give him emotional fulfillment. He's here in dominance, in pride, in consciously making an effort to build his craft, right? To protect his craft. He's skilled, very skilled. Then we have black. And black is the color of the unknown, but also the color of protection. One of my favorite examples of that is in the 5 of Cups, and how, you know, disassociated he is from his situation. He much rather mourn the 3 that were taken away than look at the 2 that he still has. But black, he's protected. Divinely protected. He doesn't know what's going to happen next. He's in the dark, literally. But like black candles. I always have a black candle lit. It's to protect me. I'm all about protecting your energy. I'm all about protecting your space. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about not knowing what you want. And this person is literally in the dark because they have so many options. They have no idea. They're overwhelmed. They don't know which way to turn, which way to go. And sometimes having too many options is a good thing. And sometimes having too many options keeps you stagnant because you don't know which way to go. The Devil. You know, the Devil isn't about him coming to yourself. And many people fear this card, but it's all about shadow work. It's like, what are your inner traumas that you don't even want to deal with? What happened to you as a child that, you know, comes up now as a limiting belief? What chains have you created yourself? You know, there's another deck I have where it's the Devil card. It's her in a cage, but the cage is actually unlocked. She's created the cage for herself when she is actually limitless. You know, so how do you overcome the own limiting beliefs you've given yourself that aren't true? Overindulgence, but more of the unknown. Dive deeping into shadow work isn't, you know, something to take lightly. The High Priestess. She has blue. She's connected to the other side. She's fertile with all these pomegranates. She's got her moon. She's also cloaked in white. White is purity. And then she has a white pillar and a black pillar. And that's the contrast, right? Everything isn't love and light always. There are contrasts. There are boundaries. There are ways that, you know, setting up a boundary will make you dive deeper into your work. If there was no good and bad, there would be no contrast to expand. And that doesn't mean that going through good things and bad things aren't hard. It's just understanding why they're there to teach you the lesson that you need to know, and how you can use the good and the bad, right? Connecting can't just be love and light. It just can't be. Doing shadow work and untriggering your limiting beliefs is not... The end result is love and light, but when you're in it, when you're in the thick of it, like, that's hard, deep work. Working with your shadow is deep, intense work. It's not evil, but it's different. It's different than just sitting here and manifesting something. And so, you know, it's really understanding those contrasts and understanding how all of these colors work together to better yourself as a reader, as a sitter, and putting them all together to help create a story. So we're going to go back to the Magician. We're going to put this all together. So he has yellow, subconscious mind, his creativity. Then we have red. Red is his passion. He's creating his dream life with his passions. White. He is coming from a place of purity. There are no ill intentions here. There are no malicious intent. It is all just his will of wanting what he wants. Then we have green, his abundance, you know, which is physically shown through his flowers blooming. We have orange, which is connecting the red passion with the yellow subconscious. We have the 4 elements on the table. You know, he has everything he needs at the tip of his hand to create what he wants. And then he has one hand up with his scepter, connecting him to God, divinity, and they are giving him that through his left hand of receiving, and with his right hand of dominance, he's pointing his magic outwards, right? And then to just re-show that, he has this infinity sign, and it's black, you know, he's protected, he's divinely protected. I hope that gave you a little insight into the colors. There's definitely more that we can get into, and numbers and numerology is going to be the next video. And the next tarot tip, I think I'm going to call these like tarot tips with Tay. If you like this content, please, please, please subscribe, leave a comment and a like. It really helps me out. And turn on those notification bells, because for the next 10 days, you're going to be getting videos, and I'm so excited. I think halfway through the videos I'm going to be announcing a giveaway, so make sure you come back to check that out. Okay, bye guys.